Today we're taking a look at some changes I didn't cover before, along with a really interesting leak that VikingLaw posted in the server recently. There's actually more to talk about than you might expect, so stay till the end because the leak is probably the best part. Let's start with the mayor update, because this one is something. The TeamKill limit for the mayor has now been increased from 3 to 10, and on top of that, mayors can now TeamKill inside their office without any warning being triggered. Now, I get why this was added. There are definitely situations where a mayor needs to act fast, especially if people are trolling, breaking rules, or just being a complete problem inside the office. So giving them more freedom makes sense from a gameplay perspective. But at the same time, this opens the door to a lot of abuse. If you've played for a while, you already know how some mayors act. Giving those kinds of players a higher team kill limit basically means they can go on a mini power trip with almost no consequences. So while this change can be really useful in the right hands, it can also make the experience way worse depending on who's in charge. So overall, it's one of those updates that sounds good in theory, but we'll have to see how it actually plays out in game. Now moving on to a smaller change, but honestly one that should have been in the game a long time ago. You can now team kill players who are marked as KOS or AOS without triggering the team kill warning system. This is just a clean quality of life update. Before this, you could literally get punished for taking out someone who was already supposed to be eliminated. Now, it actually works the way you'd expect, which is nice for once. Alright, now let's talk about that vehicle bug that a lot of you have been experiencing. Basically, the game tells you that you can't spawn vehicles in the air, even when you're very clearly standing on the ground. I had this exact issue a few days ago, and no matter what I tried, nothing fixed it. Rejoining didn't help, switching teams didn't help, nothing worked. Then the next day, it just randomly fixed itself. So I talked to Rainy about it, and apparently the game hasn't even updated since Sunday. That means this is most likely just a random issue on Roblox Corporation's side. So yeah, not much you can do about it right now. It should get fixed soon, but until then, I guess we're all just walking like it's 1850. Now finally, let's get into the part most of you are probably here for, the leak. TX20 Tactical Droid has been teased, and this is actually a fan-favorite droid for a lot of people. If you don't know, TX20 is a T-Series tactical droid that served under tambor during the Battle of Ryloth in Star Wars The Clone Wars. So yeah, not just some random droid. This one actually has some relevance in the lore. Now looking at the image Viking posted, the model doesn't have arms or legs yet, which pretty clearly means it's still a work in progress. That said, the timing is interesting because the next update is expected on the 23rd. So there's a good chance this gets added very soon, assuming development is on schedule. As for how it'll be used in-game, there are a couple of possibilities. It could be an officer morph, which would make sense gameplay-wise, but at the same time, TX20 is a commander in the show, so there's also a chance it ends up being something higher level, like a CIS HICOM role. Either way, it's definitely something to look forward to, especially if you're into the CIS side of things. And honestly, if they do this right, this could end up being one of the cooler additions we've seen in a while. That's everything for today. If you made it this far, you're either really interested or just refusing to click off, which I respect. See you in the next video.